and you were looking at flooding in Kentucky, where a state of emergency has been declared. We have multiple victims in this event here as the floodwaters continue to rise in areas that people were not expecting it. They also had to cancel multiple events, an ongoing festival in Kentucky, because the water just kept coming down and kept rising. It seemed like it had nowhere to go or to run off, and you could see the vehicles stuck in major waterways here. I mean, feet of water. Took a lot of people by surprise. It may not be over, and with this weather warfare, we're going to have to keep our eyes on what's going on big time. We also have a serious emergency out west, and you can see just how widespread these western wildfires are. Multiple states, Utah getting hit big time. This goes all the way down into Arizona, and anyone living around this, you know what's going on because you can see the skies are darkened and these fires continue to billow. Hopefully, as these things are getting closer to homes, they get these fires in check. And the footage just showing the high winds are fueling this. Many different areas seeing this. If you guys are experiencing anything like this, the darkened skies, the fires billowing down on your area, let me know. Let me know what you're seeing, what's going on out there, as we got residents out there saying that these fires are getting awful close to home. So, seeing that a lot of this is geoengineered, I'd have a plan at all times.
Shalom. Kol Halor Yahweh Ba'asum Yahusha Ba'asum Rakach Wadash, the bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, a great millstone who rule well and taught in his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, just preaching his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth, the tabernacle of David that's being risen up right before your very eyes, the hopeful elect, and the speckled bird. To you I say shalom. Let's get into this lesson. Right, judgment upon judgment is happening every day, B. All right, judgment is happening every day. In the times that we're in, right, it's showing you clear as day. If you have your eyes open, your spiritual eyes open, you can see clear as day that we are in the last days of the last days, right? Because you have a lot of people that scoff and mock and say, hey man, y'all been saying we've been in the last days forever. Well, first and foremost, everything moves at the Lord's time. And the difference is we're in the last days of the last days, right? That's what the people don't understand. And we're seeing everything come to fruition. Esau Edom with his NWO, not afraid to show it, right? Not afraid to hide it, I should say. Blatantly you telling you what time you're in, right? You got earthquakes and diverse places, right? Wars and rumors of wars. These are the times that we're in. And judgment upon judgment, right? And these people have spirits on them, right? The love of many shall wax cold, right? Be very circumspect when you're out there around and about, in your day-to-day life. You got to be circumspect, right? And how you move and how you conduct yourself. Because these people are easily offended. These people are very agitated, right? So it ain't nothing for them to just crash out, right? The economy is trash, And once again, it ain't nothing for the people to crash out. Let's go ahead and get these scriptures. Once again, judgment upon judgment. The Lord is bringing that judgment, man. Here's one of my favorites, Psalms 37, verse 28. For the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Shah, loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints, right? Showing you the Lord loveth judgment. When you see somebody get judged, somebody, get sent up to the spiritual realm, guess what? Yahweh B'Shem Shah sanctioned that. But guess what? His saints are not going to be forsaken, as we read. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off, right? The seed of the wicked shall be cut off at the end of the day, right? However I format this video, right? Over here in Kentucky, you got a lot of flash floods. All these wicked-ass Edomites are getting judged, are getting flooded out, right? Showing of the signs of the times, right? Now, the Lord said he ain't going to, flood the whole earth again, but there are going to be in certain areas floods. And the ultimate flood is that thermonuclear fire, right? The earth, Babylon the Great in our homeland is going to be flooded with that thermonuclear fire, right? So you got to be spiritual. You got to be spiritually building up your spiritual ark, right? As I did my lesson on that a couple weeks ago, going up there to the replica of Noah's Ark, at times we in build up your spiritual ark so you will be preserved, so you can see the downfall of your enemies, right? Let's get this right here. Proverbs 28 and verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shah understand all things. You see? These people be like, man, why is these things are happening? Pray for these people, pray for that. And we only praying for the elect. The elect and the brothers, the brotherhood, man. Right? Because once again, the saints ain't going to be forsaken. The saints are going to be preserved. Right? We understand why these things are happening. Right? Matter of fact, Psalms 105 and verse 7. He is the Lord Yahweh, our power. His judgments are in all the earth. You see? His judgments are in all the earth. And his judgments are ramping up as we get closer and closer and closer to the end of this thing. Right? Judgments are just going to keep on stacking. So if you don't fear the Lord, you keep on conducting yourself as a niggard, right? You're going to be sent to the spiritual realm, right? Right? 2 Samuel 22 and verse 23. For all his judgments were before me, and as for his statutes, I did not depart from them, right? The law and statutes and judgment, the law and statutes and judgments that we're supposed to keep, to the best of our abilities, so we won't be judged, right? We see these things, we see these mass earthquakes, the people having a good time, they're having a party, and then boom, at what the scriptures say, in thy security, right? In thy security, man. So the moment you having a good time and you might be sitting down playing a game, playing ball, whatever, the Lord can get you just like that. Just like that, man. Proverbs 2 and verse 8. He keepeth the path of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. You see? The Lord is going to issue out judgments, but his saints are going to be taken care of, right? Let's see. Let me see if I get some more. There's another one I wanted to get. Let me see. You got Psalms 119 and verse 164. 7 times a day do I praise thee. Right? Are the people praising the Lord? Are the people thanking the Lord? Are they, before they go out, praising the Lord? Praising the Lord, praying to the Lord before they go out? The majority of these people are not. The majority of these people, are not worried about the judgments of Yahweh B'Shem Shah, right? 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments, you see? Right? Thy righteous judgments, right? People will look at the works of the Lord, somebody get judged and question the Lord. As I read earlier, evil men do not understand, the Lord's judgment, just roughly paraphrasing. Question the Lord, why is these things happening? Hey, it's the righteous judgments. You see? Righteous judgments. The Lord sanctioned this. No one perished being innocent. All right? Let's see. Matter of fact, let's get this one right here. Psalms 119 and verse 21. I have done judgment and justice. Leave me not to my oppressors. You see? Let not this bloody, evil, wicked man prevail over us. You know, please, Yahweh Bashim Shah, Baba Kashal, Baba Kashal, Baba Kashal. You know, Shamar, 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 watch over us, Lord. You know, let us have the victory. Let not these wicked people, you know, prevail over us, man. Let us see thy righteous judgments. Let us see the judgment upon these people, the downfall of these people. And it's happening right before our very eyes, man. Right? Matter of fact, Proverbs 24 and verse 23. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. You see? The Lord is not a respecter of person. Right? If you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, you can be out of here. Right? You can be out of here just like that, man. Just like that. Let's see. Psalms 119 verse 175. Let my soul live, it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. Right? So why we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Shah. So Yahweh Ratazah, the Lord will protect us. Right? Anybody that comes up against us, they're going to be judged. Yahweh Ratazah. Right? Matter of fact, Psalms 106 and verse 3. Blessed are all they that keep judgment. Right? Doing what they supposed to do. Right? Making their call and election sure. Right? And he that doeth righteousness at all times. Right? He that doeth righteousness at all times. Right? To the best of your ability, Jake. Do what you're supposed to do so you won't be judged. Right? Do what you're supposed to do so you won't be judged. However I format this video, I may put it in here. Right? You had a Jake that was, I believe he was being Spider-Man or, you know, doing some acrobatics. And he fell, and then he fell into a volcano, man. Man, that's bad. All right? That's bad. You know, the people in Venezuela being judged, I believe they was having a party, having to get together or something of that sort. And a lot of people got judged, man. Right? And then again, you gotta look at our Northern Kingdom brothers, right? A lot of them is worshiping that Mary, man, which is another god of wood and stone. You know, doing all of our people doing all types of wickedness. You know, no one perisheth being innocent, right? The Lord is the Lord's gonna gather up His elect, and you 2/3 that don't want to get it together, that want to keep on doing what you want to do, you're gonna be judged. The Lord gonna get you out of here, man. Right? So keep the fear of the Lord, keep doing what you're supposed to do, and Yahweh desires an edifying lesson.